And I am live. See how many people I get for 2 weeks of being absent. There's School Kill River Valley, John, Chasco at NS 5107. It just disappeared on me. Hey, yeah, NS 5107, aka Chasco, Chuck, Grandpa Rails, John Dilley, Human City Junction or Human Junction, however you want to, Humanity, another way of saying it. Welcome. Looks like Uncle Wilmer's in the house. Brother Sparky's in the house. Martin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everybody can hear me okay. I did not mess with no mic settings or anything like that. You don't need all that for gaming unless you're broadcasting and all that good stuff, and I do not broadcast. Might make a video once in a while or something when I get around to that point, but just having a little fun with Farming Simulator 19 on my gaming computer. And being that it is a gaming computer, you might as well use it for at least one game. So, and it's better than the PlayStation version. So, do you have a volume button? Yeah. Why isn't it loud enough or? Let me see if something's going on here, Sparky. I play World of Warships. Okay. And now I seem to have put something on my screen that I can't get rid of. Oh, just nice. But anyway, go in here and see. Oh, why in the world? Oh, when does it end? Get off my computer. PDRR engineer, welcome. Art. Uh-oh. It is fine. Okay. Okay, Sparky. Must be Jerry Solderdale in here somewhere. John Dilley's saying hi to Jerry. I did not see Jerry. There he is. Welcome, Jerry. Dwayne's Fork and Spoon Railroad, welcome. And somebody else sent me something else. What do we got here? Leave the sound alone. Oh, got you, Sparky. Okay. Anyway, guys, it looks like we might have 10 of you. Digger Evans, welcome. And we'll get rid of this banner over here. And everybody knows not to talk about the showstopper and all that good stuff. Everybody should know that by now. So anyway, guys, we have the counter turned to 12. I don't know if that's accurate or not. YouTube probably got a delay and maybe a different count until it catches up. But tonight, just a quick couple reminders. You have Not Bad on Mondays, I believe, is when Wilmer at Indian Head Valley Railroad puts his Not Bad episodes out. You have Roy Smith at his channel, and I know it's Union Pacific. I can never remember it, but he has an N-scale layout channel. So he puts his, I can't even remember the name of the show. I've been going so long. Wow. Layout update on Saturday mornings, and his I can't think of the name, but it comes out on Tuesdays. You all know what I mean. So anyway, I think I've lost it not being on here for 2 weeks. I'm way unprepared, I think. But anyway, those are the two main shows. Let's see, you have Just Nate on Never Mind That Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tom's Trains and Things on at 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday nights, both live streams. Tuesday is On Track Tuesday with either Wilmer, Tony, Boxcar Benny, or Dave Erber, I believe, at the Crooked River and Eastern Railroad channel. So Wednesday, and most of those are at 7 p.m. Eastern, with the exception of Tony, where his is anywhere between 7 and 8 or 8:30, somewhere along those lines. Anywhere between 7 and 8:30, depending on his work schedule. And I thank Sparky and Wilmer and our cousin Vinny for helping Tony out a few weeks back with his flood. I know Sparky and Vinny both gave up their super chat money. I probably thank you all back 2 weeks ago before my computer decided to go on an update. And I want to give a special thank you to Wilmer at Indian Head Valley Railroad for taking over for me last Thursday when I had a bad headache. I could not focus enough to do this. So I contacted him early about around lunchtime or somewhere like that to give him plenty of time to let me know if he could do it. And he did a great job. I did not get to watch it, unfortunately, because I had took pills and went to bed because I just couldn't think straight. So anyway, I thank Wilmer for doing that last Thursday for me. Wednesdays, at 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. Oof, trying to butcher it, Sparky. 7 p.m. Eastern. Sparky 107 does his live chats. He calls his the live chats. That way, when you look it up, it don't get confusing with stream. So look up the Wednesday night live chat with Sparky 107. Last night I caught the going into the second half hour of it, and he was doing his willow tree about the last 3-4 minutes of his live stream. Looking good, Sparky. So keep it up, buddy. A few more of those, and well, you might have the layout treed one someday. But anyway, Thursday night, 7 p.m. You got me when I'm here. Sometimes, it don't always happen. Everybody knows this by now. Let's see why. Why you naked for welcome. Human. Let's see. And cousin Vinny's in here. Welcome, Vinny. Welcome, Stu. Structures. Jeez, I can't talk tonight either. But anyway, Friday night, speaking of the cousin Vinny live feed or live stream at 8 p.m. on Friday nights. So check us all out. And Real Wicked Canadian Toy Man or RWC Toy Man, which is actually Wicked Canadian how's he Real Wicked Canadian Toy Man, but it's RWC for short. That is his new channel. For everybody knows him as Ron Toyman over in Canada. And he does a live chat, and he runs trains the first hour or so of his live streams. Yes, Pops. That's another name everybody might know him by. Everybody calls him Pops. but he does a live stream anywhere between Friday and Saturdays. Whenever he pops on, that's when he's on there. Same way with Ray Boble. And I know Nora has a live stream somewhere in between there. I don't know if it's Fridays or Saturday nights. I can't be sure. There's so many of them. Welcome, Dave Piper, to the live stream. I think I've seen your name. Somebody said hi to there you are. Okay. Popped up. Oh, anyway, okay, Nora's on Sundays. I'm so confused who's what. I didn't bother writing them down. So whenever I get a notification, that's usually when I'm on there. But anyway, tonight we are going to do a short mail call, and I will also do a separate mail call video on these items also for the ones that do not make it into my live chat. So if you don't see everything here, you can go to the video when it decides to get made. But anyway, we will go down here and switch cams, or well, you know what? Let's just stay on this camera to do this. It might be better for right now. But this box right here was sent, or I had bought stuff from my best friend down in North Carolina, who is a Tyco collector. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I did not buy Tyco stuff from him this time, but I did buy some Afrin and Roundhouse stock cars rolling stock from him. So here is the first one. If you can see that, a McCloud River Railroad Company, number MR 2164. Nice box car. And yes, it does look new because it was never actually probably ran per se. It was just put together. Real nice car. And I will be changing those couplers out, since this is one of the easier cars to do that. Just pop the little covers and put some KD5s on there, and I'll be good to go on that one. The next car, which obviously just fell apart in my hand, but you can see he added weights. I believe he might have added the weights to make it up to code for the railroad thing. But anyway, this is a Roundhouse car, and that's a double box or double door box car. Seattle and North Coast. If you can see the number there, it is a number for the SNCT number 1207. Nice looking green and yellow box car. So I'm getting all kinds of good box cars I just that's another one that I will be getting some KD5s in here in the near future, and switching the old horn hooks out. And I've been trying to. The reason I'm getting stuff like this is because they're newer cars to what I got, and they're very easy. The Roundhouse and the Afrin are two of the easiest brands to change to KD5s, couplers. So, and I mean, you can easily pop the plastic wheels out and change over to metal wheels if I wanted to. But that probably won't be necessary running DC for the time being. And I say the time being, quote, you never know about DCC. I'm not saying I'll go that route, but you never know. It may become to a point that I might not have railroad at all. Who knows what's going to be held in the future. So anyway, this car here is actually different than the one I got from off of Jack Jack. The way it looks, this is Jack Jack's car. You all remember that from me showing it and having the KD5s already on it, and the doors also open. Now, if I can get them. I was thinking this was going to be the same number and everything. I did not know this, but this car that I got off of Jack Jack, the doors open. Okay. And it is a number LPN 52019. Now, with that number in mind, this one is a 52000 LPN, same car, but this one is an Afrin, and this one is a Roundhouse. So, and these are the fake doors that's molded into the actual boxcar. Now, I do know Roundhouse and Afrin is now one company, but that's kind of neat because I've got an old Roundhouse kit and I've got a Afrin kit, same car, different number, different road number. That normally don't happen to me. I usually end up with the same numbers and the same exact cars. So I'm rather happy about that. I'll be able to run those together, and they'll be actually different numbers. They're actually the same exact car. This one just has like your warning labels or stripes down here and a very silver roof. This one's like it's died down a little bit. It might be very, very lightly weathered. But other than that, this one has real doors and this one has fake doors. Hey, good enough for me. They're good cars. And these already have weights in them. So they're basically ready to go except for the horn hook couplers. So moving on to the next one. We have a Providence and Worcester Railroad boxcar. Pretty neat car. Like it almost looked like a TW, but it actually isn't. It looks more like an arrow through an L and a W, but well, it's just their symbol for the railroad or their logo for the railroad, and that is a number PW 315. If you can see that right there, another cushion service boxcar, and again, I will be switching the horn hook couplers out off of these because these are a lot better cars than a lot of them that I own. And this would be the kind of stuff, for any future possible DCC if I did go that route. If that happens, it won't be anytime soon. But I mean, I don't really need a lot of detail on the bottom. You can see the brake tank or the air tank and different stuff like that on the bottom. And I mean, when it's running by, or unless you're running it on mirrors or something on your railroad, you're not going to ever see the underneath of those. So and basically they're all like that. Just have the brake lines and different stuff molded into them. So anyway, I thought I'd share those four, and we got a boxcar falling apart already. But anyway, what I was going to say, we've got one more car, but it is not a boxcar, and this thing keeps falling apart. Hopefully it won't be a broken boxcar. But this one is unassembled. And I went ahead and got it too. Not that I need another caboose, but I got it anyway. It's a World's Fair Special 1982 caboose. So, and there's all the parts and the directions. And it is an Afrin. So those are the kind of kits I like. They're easy to put together, as well as the roundhouse ones. That's what I was growing up on. Plus, of course, Tyco and Lifelike and all them type brands. As I got more in the model railroad and I wanted a little better car, to go up grades and different places and back in the mountain, and these hold up better back in behind tunnels and so forth. So but anyway, you got a roundhouse, another roundhouse. The caboose is Afrin, of course. This is a roundhouse, and then your other Afrin that has the metal coverings. So put those back in the box, and we will go into our next part of this live stream. And I just watched the car fall apart. Hey, it's going to be one of those nights. And there's a little tip, guys. Always put your weights somewhere over your wheels. That way, it'll take switches and stuff like that better. Also, I mean, you could probably spread them out, but a lot of people put them right over the trucks, even though you got the pieces there, your pins holding your trucks or screws or whatever in. So, but I just thought I'd throw that little tip out there. Most people try to put them over the trucks on the wheels, make it a little better. And it just fell apart again. Rodney ain't winning here tonight already. Oh well. It just don't want to stay together. But anyway, tonight we are going to work on the car, one of these cars from Jack Jack. We are going to weather it, and I'm going to change. Oh, I ain't going to do it like that though. I hit the wrong button. We are going to change cameras and put you down on, oh, well, we might. Here we go. RDNT, welcome, Randy. Welcome, Cal. Who else did I miss? Dave Piper, we seen you. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. Maybe not. Digger, Stu, Cal, Sparky, Dave. All kinds of Daves in here. But anyway, we are going to weather this guy. And we're going to move some of this out of the camera. We're just going to do a light weathering, or however it turns out. Just get some rust and, different coatings on the car and the roof. And we'll have ourselves another weathered car. I always thought it wasn't a good idea to weather cars like this, but I've seen so many videos on it and everything. I kind of fell in love with weathering some of my cars, and it does actually make them look more realistic as they pass. So, yeah, that sounded good. That's almost empty. So we are going to get some burnt umber on our palette. And some brown oxide and just a touch of real brown, which is just a hair lighter than the brown oxide. So it's almost the same, but the real brown is just a shade lighter. You can barely tell, but that's what we're going to use. We're going to use the burnt umber for the darker rust, and the lighter browns for the lighter rust. So find me some kind of good brush here. That ain't gonna fall apart. Okay. And we got some water. We're going to go ahead and start with our burn umber. And we're just going to start lightly coating it on there with some water mixed in to it, just to give it a and we're also going to do the paper towel blot tip of mine. So it's kind of in there. You can see where I blotted it, and it kind of sticking in the roof frame or beams, whatever you want to call them, the walkway, if it is actually a walkway. It's not really a walk up there, but I'm sure they got to get up on the roof sometime. But something like that is what we're going to go for, and then we're going to start getting into a little darker burn umber. And I've got stuff falling over here because I hit something with the chair. And let me see if I can get this camera to stay where I'm hoping to put it. But anyway, we're just going to try to go through like that, real light. With this method, I have some paint on the actual brush, but I'm just kind of lightly touching the car so it looks streaky. So there ain't a big amount of rust in one spot yet. And we'll take our paper towel and blot some of this off so we only have it in between some of the framework of the roof. Sort of like that as a start. Now, you probably going to take some darker burn umber and just, heavy it up in a couple of those panels and areas. So we'll go ahead and do that and get some heavier rust on the ends and a little bit in the middle. And then what I'll do, I'll just go ahead and take my paper towel and blot the heavy parts off. All the excess paint, you might say. And if I can get the paintbrush to hold still. Nancy, welcome. And we come out with something that looks like that. You got a well rusted looking roof. I mean, if you wanted to go heavier, you could put more on there and just keep blotting it, and it would fill in some of the creases where some of it might have just wiped completely out. But now we are going to weather a little bit of the doors, the ends, where part of our ladder steps are. And that's probably going to be about all we're going to get done. It's already 41 minutes after. Wow, that went fast. And I'll try not to do too much around the writing on it because of that other car. But in this case, it's a model railroad. Um, it's not going to matter. So if it's different numbers or whatever, because it's gonna be going by on the track like this, at a speed that you ain't gonna bother really getting the time to actually read a lot of stuff unless it's one of those creep along, coming out of the yard or in the yard type deals. So with DC, I can't control the speed a lot or in two different or too many ways. So in places it might be sped up, in other places it might be slower. So but we're just gonna try to weather some of the panels and get into the doors. I'll try not to bore you too much with this. Not that anybody don't like weathering. I'm kind of liking it because you can take your own ideas and apply it to a car, and if it comes out the way you like it, then I mean there's no other way of saying it. It's your railroad. Run it how you want. Run it how you want it to look. Run it at the speed you want it. Run it at. Um, and just have fun. Um, I mean, that's all it's to it. I mean, if you can't have fun doing it and somebody mocks or gets on you because your weathering ain't similar to theirs or somebody else's, don't worry about it. It's your railroad, it's your cars, it's your weathering techniques. You do what you want to do. It's your rules. Nobody can change that. So that's that's the way I look at it. Like my dad, if he was still around, he would not be um, into the weathering thing. But I'm seriously thinking about taking a couple of my own Lionel cars, not really nothing of his, the ones that I own, and actually doing a technique like this just to give it a different feel out there in the shed, because he always left his stuff like, exactly how it came from the manufacturer, which is fine. I mean, to him, it was nothing but a model railroad. To me, it's, I gotta, to me, I gotta have realism, some kind of realism. Um, and this is about the realism that I'm going to get to. Um, you know, Stuff like this. And as I'm talking, I'm not showing this on camera, but there's one of the ends that I just did. There's the roof. There's one of the sides. There's the other side. And which end did I not show? There's that end, and there's that end. So technically, if you just want a simple, cheap weathering job, all you need is a brush, a few selective paints, whatever color you want to put on it. I prefer burnt umber or something like that for the dark rust look or dirty look. But you can use brown oxide. There's a paint called nutmeg, I believe, that I've seen Wilmer or somebody use on some of his stuff. And let's see, brown oxide and real brown. And I mean, you could even put some black in there if you wanted to make it look like it passed through and black suet or rubber or something was burning and blew into the side. I mean, you could probably even, do that if you wanted to really, really do it. I mean, I'm not into graffiti or all that stuff, but this car, I did do that too. And I'm not saying that I couldn't do it, but all this was done with was a skier stick. The point of that, all I did was put it in the paint and write the letters on there. And then I took and just kind of smeared them down to make it look like, let me get it on this side, to make it look like the paint ran when they put it on there. That's all that is. It's basically simple. And this is a priority car. Everybody seen my priority part 1, 2, and 3 videos. And it says hobby stock 25 and model railroading on the red side. On the black side, it says Hot Rod Rodney, as you can see right there. And I made this side look faded because, I wanted to look more old. So, but I mean, this way works for me because I can write whatever I want and it doesn't have to be perfect. Graffiti is not perfect when they actually put it on the real rail cars. It looks perfect, but if you went up to one up close, I guarantee you'll see all kinds of stuff messed up. Where they didn't put it on thick and different stuff. That's just me talking, but This way here works for me. I mean, if I can write something like that and make it look good, I mean, this is probably the way that I'm going to put graffiti on my cars. Um, Not that I probably will have a lot with that on there, but this, I mean, this is a good way of getting into stuff, especially Ray and me and other guys that still running DC, or you can even use this for DCC. But this is a priority car that I had built, and it's nothing more than a red door and a black door, and it's all weathered up to be rusty looking, except the bottom. You don't see the bottom, but um, it's an Afrin. It's an old Afrin, but and it don't have no weights in it as of yet. Um, so, but I mean that's just a cheap way of making a priority car. I mean, you can get more highly detailed into it and make it however you want. I mean, so I mean, there's a lot of different ways. I just use my own ideas, whatever I can think of, and I do it. And trying to turn the wrong thing off again, trying to get back to my other camera so you can see my wild face. Husa Studios, welcome. Wow, that is an honor. I thank you so much for showing up. That is a big honor. Dave BNSF Scaler, welcome. Your package did go out, Dave. Hopefully it will be to Arizona here very soon, as well as Ken's for Union Bridge. So yeah, that is a big honor, Andrew. And I still not sure how to pronounce your wife's name, but these two are very lovely people. They know Sparky very well because they also live in Canada, and they also know me somewhat very well because I get into their live chats once in a while. And but if you ever want to try to get help with your channels, Husa Studios is the place to go. And you can check them out by going to their channel because I'm not sure the times and the names of the shows. I know a lot of stuff changed because of rules and all that good stuff, and plus the showstopper thing, as we put it out on YouTube as. But it is a very big honor to have them drop in for the very first time in here. They are all being blocked. So anyway, that is the weathering of this boxcar. I love Oregon, Longview, Portland, and Northern boxcar. So go ahead and promote your channels, guys and ladies. I guess Nancy's still in here. I'm not sure. But go ahead and promote your channels and tell us about some contests or shows, the times of the shows, and anything new. And we'll go ahead and end this live stream for tonight. So, and just a little update on the race car. If a lot of you did not see my reminder video, I have not been able to get the new starter out there as of yet to put it on the car to see if that was my problem or not. But this is mostly a model railroad channel, just with that side dish of dirt track videos and stuff like that, and maybe just a little touch of gaming stuff in the future. You never know. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, farming a Seminator 19. It is now on this laptop through Steam, through a platform called Steam, not Stream, Steam. And you will need Steam, the Steam platform, in order to play the Farming Seminator 19 on your gaming computer. So you can't just download it right to the computer and play it. It don't work. You will have to purchase Steam platform, and you'll have to purchase the Farming Simulator 19 Platinum version in order to get, a lot of mods and tractors and cultivators and so forth. So I didn't see no announcement tomorrow night in my live stream. Oh, winter announcement. Okay. For probably that I'm assuming the same contest that I seen 2 weeks ago, or is that one over? It might still be the same one. 677 for Indian Head Valley Railroad, Uncle Wilmer. He's moving on up there. And again, Wilmer, not bad for last Thursday. Fill in. And see, we've got Sparky talking to somebody. And Cousin Vinny is trying to get Digger Evans to come to Arizona. So they can play with the Rattlers, or show him the Rattlers. No problem, Pusa Studios. I'm sure that was Andrew. Wow. Okay. Was you actually blocked in here, Andrew? Because I don't remember blocking you. I bet YouTube blocked you for some reason. because I don't remember you all ever being in here. I mean, this is actually the first time. So, but I appreciate that. I mean, that's. So anyway, 294 for Ray Boble. Let's try to get Ray up to 300. Maybe Ray will have a contest or run some trains or something for us. Digger Evans looks like 595. Let's get Digger up to 600. And maybe he can do a contest or do a video and run some trains for us. Or it's a glitch, Rodney, with their, okay. Gotcha. Well, I do appreciate you showing up, Andrew. That is a big honor for me because I don't get I don't get the big names in here normally. I mean I'm not putting cousin Vinny or Sparky or Nancy or Wilmer or any of them down. I'm just saying, Pusa Studios is a big channel right now. Always has been, really. But okay, guys. Well, it's 2 minutes after 8, so I'm going to call this a good stream. Everybody, make sure you check out Cousin Vinny tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for his live stream, and make sure you definitely check in to Cousin Vinny tomorrow night for the contest winner. And I'm thinking that I'm entered in that contest if it's the one that I'm thinking of, or unless there is a different contest somewhere in between the time that I could not be on here. It's okay, Nancy, no problem. Matter of fact, I think the closet branch just showed up, so. So anyway, guys, thank you all for showing up, putting up with me for an hour on my wonderful weathering techniques. And my mail call from my friend down North Carolina that is a big Tyco collector for the last 30 to 40 years, something like that. I believe he's been collecting since he was a little kid. So when you could actually buy the stuff from the department stores. Yes, everybody check out Pusa Studios. And hello, Mr. Ron Brights. Welcome and goodbye, you might say. And Vinny's asking Ron if he can contact him in case Ron does not see the message for some reason. I will announce that. But good night, everybody. Be safe. Worsties, guys. I know you get tired of hearing that, but wear the, your face cover, and we won't go into no more of that. But anyway, And if anything changes on the race car and I can actually get the thing to finally fire up, I will try to do an update video. Choo choo along. Yeah, there you go. So God bless everybody. Be safe, and we'll see you. Hopefully, not on just videos, but next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern.